Welcome, everybody. We are live in the studio. You can see Mike is live, not in the studio, but he's here in virtual presence.
Cross country.
That's right, driving cross country. Hopefully, I've got Mike.
Casey, I can see you.
That's right. He can actually see me, and he'll be able to see you, and your viewer submissions this week, etc. So Mike is driving back from the Whistleboard Productions wedding event. So they are now, I guess, successfully married, right, Mike?
They are.
There you go. So there's now a Mr.
The
Jesse.
clouds were moving and the rain came down, and then he said, "You are official."
There you go. So there's now a Mrs. Whistleboard.
Another rail mom.
Another rail mom. That's right. So welcome. We're going to go through the usual content this week. We're going to go through a few things that Mike caught, and we're going to go through viewer submissions. We have quite a few this week. We have, hang on, Mike, I'll tell you how many. We have 39 so far.
Glad I got extra paper this week.
That's right. He's got lots of paper. And I'll remind Mike of the categories about 6 more times, so we'll be on the same page.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if my computer gets slow this week, just bear with me because I'm now running, I'm sharing 2 desktops live and running Zoom and running Premiere and running Adobe Express and running several cameras, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not exactly sure how well this is going to go, but when the Railfan wedding was calling, this was our best solution. So we're going to get through this one today. Tony, hello. Tara, hello. Mike also has his second phone out, so he's going to be able to chat with you guys on the road. Just out of frame is one of the rail moms. Danny is driving, but she is sort of. You can kind of make her out in the other frame when I share this picture. There you go.
There she is.
Yep. Let me try it. There we are. There's Danny. Hi, Danny. And then, yeah, so they're driving along the countryside. So if Mike loses signal for a minute, we'll bring him back in. So you can see the green line around that. That's because I'm sharing that with Mike. So Mike will be able to see the desktop. So there'll be a lot of stuff to do on his end and on my end, but we're gonna get through this internal collab today. Hey, Lucas. I did get your submissions, by the way. I guess you got my return email, but thank you. So we're going to start out with what Mike caught this week. I'm going to bring that over to the desktop. And here we are. Here are Mike's videos. He got a few stills. We'll get to that in just a minute. And there's an audio, couple of 360s. We're going to begin with these vertical videos here. Make sure I got my audio turned up for you guys. It should be okay. Must have missed this angle, Mike. This is the angle I didn't watch last night with you in the studio.
Oh, I can tell you about that. We got bonus activity while we were there.
Oh, okay. So this is a whole different thing.
Yeah, I totally forgot, Casey. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Hey, Mama Bear. So this is how they get on the tracks, I guess.
Yep.
We've seen them drive, like getting on just out of sight in Cohutta. And then he drove past us, if you remember, but we were sitting by the ice cream shop, and he got on further down, so we didn't actually get to see him getting on. There he goes. I really want to do that just once. I've thought many times about putting a high rail in my F-250, and then I thought about the prison time, and then the likelihood of meeting a CSX face-to-face. That is not the way I want to meet a heritage unit. I mean, you can look at the signals,
he had
right?
So many people blocked. He put the front on, then he pulled up, and now he's doing the back.
That's cool. Oh, man. Rides like he's on rails. How much fun would that be? Right in the rails once more. I like it, Mike. That's cool. Never seen one. Actually,
Lakewood Church.
setting on, yeah. So here was the intended shot. This is what I thought I was opening. This is the one you showed me last night.
This is how I keep you wondering what's next.
I'm usually wondering what you're doing, Mike.
There's a reason for that.
Just occurred to me I could be using your ring light since you're not in here, but we'll just have the partial shadow of my face. That'd be okay.
Oh, John.
Hey, John's on. Oh, did it really? Okay. Their heritage unit came by TVRM. Know that. I know there was one.
And
I think
the New York Central's coming back to town too.
Yeah, the New York Central was supposed to make an appearance for Jesse's wedding, right in the middle of the service. So that, I guess, ignoring the heritage units, the way he was able to show her that she's the ultimate catch.
That's his goal.
I've been saving that one all day, Mike. Now we have a horn. There would be glowage if this was at night. We have hornage. Can you say that on YouTube? I guess we can. Oh, yeah. Southern Wabash, Double Heritage, Norfolk Southern OCS. You guys...
Out that way.
Yeah, that's right. We did get a wave. I didn't actually catch the wave the first time. Mike pointed it out to me. We rewound and saw it. See if I can catch it for you here in the middle of this action. You can see his hand out the window right there, but I'd have to zoom in, so that'd have to be a still unit or a still image. 8098, he said, is going by right now. So, oh, Pittsburgh, right on, going through Pittsburgh. So yeah, this is a different shot than the one you saw in the short earlier this week. This came back through town, and Mike caught it. So it graced us twice. This time it was better because not only did we get a horn salute and a wave, we got the good side of the lighting, and then Mike panned back along the train, which is cool because really you'd rather see the converted observation car there and not as much of the cars that all look the same. So I think that's a really good get. I like that one. And he also used the 360. He had a couple of different angles on it. I'm going to fast forward on this one to the part where it's coming by. There's the horn. Oh, there's some rail fans set up over there too. I guess everybody knew it was coming. Flag flying. Yeah, I know there were a bunch of people in left and right because you can see it on the 360. There's the gates. Very nice to be able to combine that, make a little coming, going, left, right thing there. Although I did like the one he did with the pan back along it. I thought it was a good pan, but this one is nice. You get the very end of it receding past the trees. And then because I said there was the 360, here's the 360. So first I'm going to try and load this software. Actually, I think I'm going to close Premiere first. Let's not anger it too much. It's doing a lot right now. Now we're going to open the 360.
Lucas, I know that there was a wave because I missed the wave when he went by, but a special huge thanks to Lucas for that day and Alan for getting me through all the traffic, etc. to get there. So Green Bean took care of me. Everybody took care of me that day.
That's good. Got the support crew giving you the info. And sorry, guys, the way that Mike's set up on the remote, the volume of him talking is actually on the same channel as the volume of the video playing. So when I turned down the train, I accidentally turned down Mike. So I had to turn him back up there. So if Mike is quiet at any point, that's actually my fault. So this is the 360 video. and you can hear the train coming. But I'm going to give you a quick idea of what's happening. Mike, whoop, not this guy. There's Mike. You can see there's a bunch more rail fans in the background. Mike has all his tripods set up, sound recorder, camera 1, camera 2 that you just saw. He's right short of the siding that goes to nowhere. And so you can see the whole situation, but we have edited this to where it will snap back to position. Just that quick. So that was the end of this one. Then the rest of this is my editing following Mike, because as he does the clapperboard for my later editing, I have it tracking him and then tracking the board so I can see what he's doing without having to move the camera constantly. You can just automatically track him.
Casey, white bar. Sound check. 3, 2, 3 cameras, 1 sound device, Casey.
I'm gonna get that fixed.
Wait a minute, let's do the real one. That was a screw up. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
There you go. John asked, where was this? This is Trenton, Georgia, my hometown of 7 years. If I'm looking at this correctly, Mike, this is Lookout Mountain, and I lived right back here. This is Sand Mountain, and this is the valley in between them. So I lived on the other mountain. You can't quite see the mountain from here, not where the 360 is. But anyway, I lived here for...
Right behind that tree, Casey, is the Trenton Railroad Depot that they just redid that is now offices. And you'll see Lucas up track, the direction the train was going a little bit. And then also there's a gentleman that's a 28-year engineer from CNC Railroad that's with us there as well. There's Lucas in the green.
Okay, right on. So there's Lucas. And is this the guy that's the engineer? The guy who's standing like he's
and
an
engineer? And then the engineer is the tall gentleman next to his left, I believe. Right there.
This guy or that guy?
Yeah, the very big, tall, skinny, thin gentleman.
Okay. So, yeah, that's cool.
And then there's another rail fan there somewhere, too.
Yeah, and there I noticed there were some over here. There's some on the porch. They were all over the place. If Mike sounds like he's dying, he's dealing with the seasonal allergies that a lot of us in the Tennessee Valley are dealing with right now. He sounds better today, but as you could tell in that video, it was not a great day for him. And he was even worse in the studio last night. I should play them the demo live where it's mostly just us coughing and Ray trying to help us figure out what to do. We ran an unlisted live last night figuring out how to do this. And it took us about an hour to get everything down where Mike could hear the sound. We were running back and forth trying not to get echo, take the phone out of the room, listen to it. Can you hear the train sounds? Can you hear the music? The funny thing is Mike can hear everything that you can hear except for this. He cannot hear this music. There is no way to get that output from the board with the way we have this set up. So he can hear all the train sounds. He can hear everything else, but I could play whatever sound effects I wanted right now, and he would have no idea. He's just blissfully not hearing that. So that's one of the weird things of how this is running today. Anyway, all right, this is what actually came out. This is the end result using 360. So as Mike pointed out, the color is not great. So it's easy to pan with it, right? So that it's functional in a lot of ways. And 360 is easy to work with for getting the right shot, getting the right pan. But the color is just not very good. So we spend a lot of time doing color editing. And if you watch the videos really carefully, sometimes you can tell that the Dulux Gold looks more like Electrolux Gold. It's just not quite the same. And it's a figment of the 360. It's just how it is. But anyway. All right, Mike. You want to tell them about what happened? We're going to go in reverse order. I think we're going to go beginning here with your adventures.
Production 6 closed down Main Street in Dalton, Georgia, right after we finished the line where Mama Bear and Kid came up with me, and he shot with me up on the second level. And then April and Story came by and surprised us too and brought the dogs. And just literally as I was getting ready to leave town, there was this humongous crash. I mean, boom. So I rolled up there on the scene, used Production 6 to block the road, and went over. And from there, we started taking care of the incident that you see, and guided first responders in, police, fire, medical. And the gentleman that was driving that is perfectly fine the last I saw him.
Yeah. And from what we observed at the scene as a present sense impression, Mike feels that he probably didn't feel anything in that collision. But
highly doubt.
So yeah, that was interesting. They apparently thought Mike was a Dalton City employee, and Mike said he probably thinks they would have let him drive one of the police cars. It was, there he is directing traffic. He has his cones set up. He's being fully Mike at that point. But yeah, they got a good whack. He took out the light pole and sent pieces of it scattering everywhere, glass and things all over the place.
And a small tree.
Yeah. So naturally, Mike being Mike, sending text without context, all I see is the truck in the middle of the road in a text image, and then this, and him saying something like, "Quite a night." And I'm like, care to explain what happened? Is the truck okay? Are you okay? What happened? So,
and
yeah.
Kid and Mama Bear heard it too.
Oh, yeah. There you go. The flag flying. All right. So this is the depot Mike was talking about, the new depot in Trenton. Nicely restored, Mike.
It looks really great.
Yeah.
And its offices.
Isn't this the one that a teenager burned down at one point?
Lucas, jump in, but if I remember correctly, yes, they burned it at some point.
Yeah, I think.
And they also moved it. It was closer to the tracks, but they moved it there to preserve it. And someplace in there, Lucas, you jump in, or John, anybody that knows. I'm pretty sure there was a fire in it at one point.
Yeah, I think when I was in middle school, I think a kid from the high school burned it down. At least that's the way I remember it. Yeah, he said it used to be the Chamber of Commerce, and yes, they did burn it, says Kid. And then this was Mike set up there in Trenton. Mike, how far is this from the manual switch in Trenton?
Mile and a half.
Mile and a half, okay. One thing you can't see is we have the rail cam live over my shoulder. We have that cropped out of the studio shot because Mike's not in the chair where he normally is, so to fit Mike in, this is how we did it. But Mike can actually see the studio cam over my shoulder on Zoom. He can actually see the bird cam. So there's so many cameras running. One of these angles has me, and I can see it on the side monitor. I can see it looking back over my shoulder, and I can see the bird cam through what Mike can see. This is a lot for me to take in today. If I seem distracted, it's because there's a lot of chaos happening. So I'm not only seeing my screen, I'm seeing Mike's screen, and I'm seeing what Mike can see on his screen on my screen, and I'm sharing what I'm sharing to you. I'm also sharing to him, but with different tech. There's a lot going on. I'm glad we don't do this every week. I'll put it that way. Normally
just say we could do this again next week.
No, we can't. No, you don't get to go on vacation.
Oh.
No, I don't remember there being vacations in YouTube, Mike. We can't just run reruns. I guess it could. Technically, it could make me work, and I could put up something you filmed like 3 years ago that I still haven't put up yet. So, anyway, those were Mike's submissions. We can dive into some of the viewer content from this week. And, helpfully, I numbered them. They do not have anybody's names. See if anybody else sent anything yet. in the past few
I
minutes.
bet you numbered it so it'd be easier for me.
That's exactly what I meant. I actually have a copy of this folder where they are all named so that later we can go through them. But right now, there's anonymity. Yep, nobody spent anything in the past 30 minutes, so I have all the ones that were in just before the show. Okay, we're good. Here's the first one. Number 1. It's very nice. This one is a very, very high quality photo. We can zoom in. Let's take a look. There's the camera. Look at that. It's on the engineer's side here. The other one was on the conductor's side. And then there's the conductor. It looks like he's peeking out of a bathtub. Kind of low. The engineer is higher. Boy, that's a very, very crisp photo. A lot of detail in that one. I can almost read. I mean, you can read that says danger. And that said attention.
Green sign says hair, right?
Yeah. Copyright 1994. No. Yeah, that's from that distance. that's pretty awesome.
Wow.
But yeah, I do love the artistry of that. It's very nice. Actually, Mike, you filmed this train last week, right? 3130?
What engine?
That's 3130
Not,
CSX.
well, honestly, don't remember.
I think you did. Oh, you're right. That sign does say hair.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. I guess it's the
Junction Point, which is right there at the Diamond in downtown Dalton.
Okay. Interesting. Hair. Go figure. All right, number 2. Same spot. BNSF action. I like this one. I like the door really stands out, which is weird. So see, that one's got, it's the same cab, but the door really stands out with the way the sign is catching the edge of it there. And there's BNSF's camera. Here's the engineer dressed like he's me. Big beard, sunglasses, sun hat, and a Columbia shirt. It's the same way I'd be dressed.
Wow.
The conductor looking like he's about to take a nap. He's going to give away if he does have an arm out the window. Maybe he's just chilling. It probably is warm in there. He is sitting in front of the engine. All the hot stuff is behind him. Maybe it's not that hot. I don't know. It was really nice. It's a good angle. I think that's the same place. The building in the background looks the same. It's just low. Getting dusk. I don't
Could
see
be
a camera.
YN2, maybe, Casey.
It might be. It does have, yeah, I can't tell if that's gray or just CSX dirt. It's hard to tell. But I don't see the camera there. But there is glowage. You can see. It's dark enough there's glowage. The Penn Central. This looks suspiciously like the Ringgold Crossing, but then again, I think a lot of places look like the Ringgold Crossing. 1073, man, that's looking rough. Look at that. It's actually missing paint, not only across the front of the cab, but also on the number board on the side. We were talking about how rough it looked the other day. They also have the lights on inside, which is unusual, considering that is not the lead locomotive. Got the ditch lights on too. Interesting. All right. Number 5. Oh, here's Penn Central again. This time it is leading. This must have been a different trip. Judging by all the kudzu. This might be Virginia, but I don't know. Man,
That is a lot of kudzu.
Look at that. The kudzu's even got a hold of the train. The kudzu ain't designed to let you go. That's a good shot. Look at that. Tractor. Parked.
Casey, what's that big pillar looking thing?
This here?
No, back in the kudzu.
Oh, the previous one. This is a what looks like at one point there
Yeah,
was a
right
house
there.
there, or there maybe still is a house that's just getting slowly consumed, but that's somebody's chimney.
Wow, that's a lot of kudzu.
Yep. I would say what you're actually seeing is more like this across the street where there's a house and then kudzu next to it. There's probably a house and there's a gap here in between. You're just seeing the kudzu in the foreground. But there is a lot of kudzu, as you can tell, where the chicken house is with the tracks. Let's see what that says. That is something like, looks like, oh, Boone's Mill Furniture and Coffee, maybe? Something like that. Furniture and something. And boy, it is.
Be at
It
the
is-
furniture store.
Yeah, it is unpainting itself in a hurry. I know that. That's cool. But yeah, that tractor, he's taking some liberties with the parking. It's pretty. Look at the little cloud drifting along. Kudzu in its best state right there, dead. Oh, this is right up from this up the hill, same spot, because there's the chicken coop and the portable building. Little scenery of that valley.
The lazy S curve.
Looks a lot like the valley. I don't know what they call that part of the country. It's kind of between Lakeview and Fort Oglethorpe, Mike, where we go through on the steam train. The excursion from TVRM. I don't remember the name of it. Oh,
Casey Lucas said that is an old Ford tractor.
it is. Yeah, it's an old 8N. I was trying not to be too nerdy, but yes, that is an 8N. I learned to drive on a tractor. I don't know if y'all knew I was actually country. I picked up this accent in college from all the Ohioans I went to school with. But I learned to drive on a 1947 International Harvester McCormick Super A with rear hydraulics. So I'm wearing my Chattanooga Motor Cars shirt and my Chattanooga Motor Cars hat, and that's completely an accident. I just now noticed that because this hat was already up here and I hadn't worn it yet, so I thought that's cool. And the shirt I had on earlier because I was riding the motorcycle with my wife, and this shirt breathes really well, and it's hot outside. So I coordinated, didn't even mean to. There is no Motor Car Festival this year. This is not product placement. There will be one next year, but there is not one this year. But there you go.
And Casey Terra said that you are right. That is an abandoned house.
And how did I guess it was Virginia just from the kudzu? They really
Must have been the tractor.
they cornered the market. I'm telling you. It used to be us. You remember the '80s here, Mike? You didn't live here in the '80s, did you? You moved here in the '90s.
Yeah, I moved in '93.
Okay. Well, the '80s, it looked like that in Chattanooga. It was rough. And then I don't know if we imported enough goats or what we did, but somehow we got it cleared up. And now there's very little kudzu around, but gosh, it was bad 40 years ago when I was a kid. So anyway, yep, there you go. There's 1073 again, still eating a salad. Got a little bit stuck in its teeth. It's like broccolini. You can never get it out of your teeth. I'll zoom in and move up because that may be covered by my head in the live. No, I think it's there. We're good. And that's a cool spot. I'm not really sure where it's coming through. It's got a elevated section. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a bridge or what, but there's some kind of a elevator there it's going through and then under an underpass. Oh, that's dramatic. Look at the sky. And there is
Whoa, that's awesome.
there's a rail fan grabbing a quick shot over there.
Casey, there's a note that Kid wanted you to know he grew up learning how to drive on a tractor too.
Oh yeah, right on. Yeah, it's actually more common than I thought. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, who's a sports car guys, and he's part of our group of sports car guys, and he was saying he also learned to drive on a tractor. So it's very much the same thing. You just have a hand throttle. You know, hand throttle makes clutch control a bit difficult, but it's still a manual transmission. Split brakes takes a lot to get used to. Left and right brake. That's the hardest part, I think. Yeah.
And Casey, there's a note from Tara. She said that is her bridge.
Oh, is it her bridge? That's the end of it. Okay. Well, next week, Tara, if you get a wild hair and you take a picture of whatever that metal thing is, it looks pretty cool. Looks picturesque. I don't know if you can get a picture of that without trespassing, but if you can, it looks neat.
Look at those clouds. That is such a shot.
Mike, you know what that is? I swear that is Waihatchee.
Yeah.
Isn't that Waihatchee? That's the 100-year-old track.
That's the 100-year-old track, and that's the empty trash train on its way back to Pennsylvania.
Well, I guess you know more about this story than I do, but I know that track because that's where I learned to read date codes. That track is now 102. It's a 1923 track, and it is wavy. Very, very, very wavy.
Is that engine 1100?
It is.
Or 1000?
It's 1100. Here, I'll bring it in for you. 1100. That's cool.
We are sending the trash train right back to Tara.
Well, I recognize that spot because I've sat in that exact spot many times because when you and I are there filming together, somehow I always get the low side and you get the high side. Or you stand in the middle and we just don't tell your wife that you're in between the two active train tracks. But fortunately, I can see she has her earphones in because I can see her in my vantage point and she can't hear us. So that's good.
Yeah, do not tell my wife that.
I will not. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, now she's looking over. You need to not say that out loud. See, now she's looking at me. This is worse. All right. On to the next one here. I know this.
Casey feels the heat from my wife.
I do. I fear the Danny. Trust me. She is small and she is mighty. I recognize this. This is TVRM. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. This is Stinky Pete. Is that what you called it?
That's what we have nicknamed. That's what we have nicknamed the trash train. Stinky Pete.
That's right. I've heard you say that. Yeah, this is TVRM. I see Tara said that's when she came to Chattanooga. And I don't think we have ever been towed by this one, Mike. They didn't have this one back in the day. You know what? I've got a photo somewhere. If I can figure out how to access it, I'll get it here in a minute. Remind me. I've got some photos back when we used to do the excursions back. I'm talking 2008, 9, and 10. I have some pictures, and I've got photos of what used to drag us around on the Eden Isle pre-restoration. And it was not that one. That one's much fancier. Hey, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. It is the main. Separated at birth. Hang on, Mike. Since I know you don't know, I'm going to help you. So, this is Sonic the Hedgehog. And let's try and get a better angle of him. This will work. So, if you look at his hair here, and you look at that, that's why it's Sonic.
Understand now.
So Sonic is a Sega cartoon character. But yep, that's what the main looks like. That's actually my favorite. I love the colors on that one. My favorite of the mains. I think that's the main one, the 4000 Sonic bonnet. Oh, look, another spot. Penn Central's been rolling this week, and here it looks like this is fresher. Or maybe it's just that the rain helped revive it. It's now a train tree. I don't know. This thing is even dirtier in this shot. Gosh, look at that. Look how much it's unpainting itself. The normal ones don't unpaint themselves that much. They must have tried to color match a different color for the Penn Central or something because, well, I'll take that back. No, it looks better. I don't know. This one's looking
primer.
Rough. Yeah, then I got to thinking about it. I think it was painted in 2012, so maybe it's not that bad. It's seen a lot of road miles. Tara said he hit a tree. Yeah, that makes sense. Or he's just hungry. They're pandering to us, Mike.
You think?
Look at all the Dulux gold. Hang on. I'm going to give you a Dulux gold at 100%. That's Dulux gold, Mike. That's what it looks like. That is pretty. Looks like home.
We just turned into the sun.
Well, good. I don't have to turn the ring light on you.
Not at all. I feel a tan coming on. Oh, there's a nice shot of it.
Yeah, I was trying to see what that is behind him, but I think it's that's just the main one. I was trying to see if that. Oh, that is the OCS. That is the Wabash.
You're pointing at the main.
That's cool.
You're pointing at the main.
And Danny's saying it's about to rain on you.
Yeah, the navigators tell me we're going to go into the rain.
Yeah, we went into the rain right by your house. When we were out riding the motorcycle, I was trying to avoid traffic, and the easiest way is to go through Graysville over by your house. And as soon as I got by the whatever that is where the rodeo is, I turned right, and lo and behold, it was raining. So I turned around in Ringgold, and I boogieted back to Tennessee, and it was not raining in Tennessee. So I think it rained right by your house. Wait a minute. We have a train. Give me a momentary diversion here. I can hear it, and I can see behind me that it's not yet there on the TV. Let's see what we got.
So that's how they're growing so fast.
And there's a commercial, naturally. There we go.
Go get 29F around you guys coming up along.
There he is, just in time.
I don't know why they're not lighting you guys up.
7248 is the locomotive in the lead. It's full. Been seeing a lot of empties going that direction lately. Well, there's an empty center spine. Looking a little cloudy out on the cam. I could use my phone and I could zoom it around and I can move it and whatnot, but that would be a lot of hands to use in the middle of this production. I can tell you it's 89 and a clear sky apparently right now. Yep. There's a lot of everything on there. Empty auto racks right now, I think. Going north, that'd be returning to Volkswagen from Atlanta or the coast. So they're probably empty auto racks. So anyway. All right, back to the stream. There's the OCS. Looking over my shoulder to see if there's a DPU. And there is, but it's nothing great, so we're good. Okay. Oh, that's neat. This is a rail fan. Look at that front license plate, Mike.
I'm going to have to put my glasses on to see it.
How's that?
Oh, 4501. I can see it now.
No actual number boards were harmed in the making of this license plate. But look at that. 4501 and then the Southern. I actually don't know whose truck that is, so this is good that I never meet anybody in person because it doesn't tell me who it is. And that's, he must be sitting. Not only did he change angle, but I just noticed the gates are up. So he must have caught the OCS sitting still in the middle of the trees. That's a good shot for whoever that is. Oh, look at that. Mike. That's hard to argue with.
Boy, is it ever.
Huh.
That is too cool.
I'm a little jealous.
A little?
All right, I'm a lot jealous.
You can turn the wipers on. Sure.
Hey, Mike, don't left seat drive or right seat drive.
Okay, you run all them buttons. I'll worry about the wipers.
Yeah, no, I can see. I'm sure Danny loves when you help her drive.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's saying right now.
John Welch said he has a refrigerator magnet like that. I'm guessing he means the 4501 magnet. So it is equipped with spotter control. Go figure. I don't know what that means. Anybody? John, kid, somebody that knows lots of things. Lucas.
John, I have those refrigerator magnets too. They were expensive.
John Welch said train spotter. Yeah, it's probably got like a taser on board. That's a good way to control the train spotters. That's a better answer than whatever the truth is, so we're going to go with that one. It does say danger high voltage on the side of it. That's a good photo. Hey, this is Atala, Alabama. Even I recognize that. And there's the cat that's been hanging out over there. 3414. What is that, guy? It's not an SD40, is it? It is. Let's look up the details. It is. It's a SD40-2. And I'm trying to see when it was born. I don't see the manufacturer date. Old.
Stacy, you will never guess what just went bouncing past us. It's not a tire.
Oh, I was going to say the full truck of a CSX.
No, there's somebody's, those rings that you get in when you're in your pool, somebody's big purple ring that you put around you, blow them up with air, is bouncing down the freeway, standing on end. And it's purple.
Well, I'm glad you didn't hit it. Did you have to tell Danny to make sure she didn't hit it?
No, she pointed it out to me.
Okay, good.
I'm restricted from assisted driving.
I'm just checking. So yeah, that's an SD40. And John said that is an ex-Conrail locomotive. That's neat. It is old. I mean, they're all 70s, right? Yeah, kid says that's an inner tube, Mike. That's the word I was trying to think of too. I couldn't think of it. I was like, pull floaty thingy.
So did we ever decide what a train spotter is, since I've never read that message before?
Train spotter is another term for a rail fan, but we don't know what spotter control means. But John was saying maybe it means train spotter control. In other words, like rail fan control. Maybe it's got a taser on board, or laser beams, or water jets, or tear gas, or, you know, something.
I got distracted with the swimming apparatus.
Well, you are in that part of you're up and around the Tri-Cities, and there's a lot of good places to go tubing up there. So I'd say somebody had been on the river, and you're still 3 hours from me, 3.5 from your house, probably 3 hours from your house. So you're up.
Yeah, we're about two out yet.
Okay, so you're not as close to the river, but it's probably somebody.
We had to leave a little early because we had no signal where we were.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for joining the live. This is interesting. I've never seen this plaque. The NS Dressed and Ready plaque on the Atala radio booth thingy building. And the door is open on it, actually. Wonder if AGS has been poking around.
Remember that. Dressed and Ready for Safety at DAA.
Hey, there you go, Mike.
Yeah, you need to be dressed and ready for safety at DAA. I'm writing that down.
So this was probably taken around the time that we got the news this week that Union Pacific is interested in making a major acquisition.
You see the number on that acquisition? $200 billion?
Well, that's what the value of the company would be later. Hold on while I cough, please. So apparently CSX is worth like $52 billion. And Norfolk Southern's worth like $49 billion. So essentially about the same size company. And I didn't know Union Pacific, I guess, is big enough they can just decide they want to buy one of them. But they're trying to see if they can clear regulatory hurdles and make a significant acquisition. And what I thought was weird is CSX's stock went up on the news. NS stayed basically the same, and Union Pacific's went down. So I don't know if that means CSX is struggling or what. Like, why? I don't know. I was confused by the whole thing. But if you're into railroad corporate politics, this one would like to eat this one. And then I guess these will all be heritage units. I wonder, then will they just leave one painted with the horse, Mike? It'll be another fallen flag when NS goes.
Exactly.
AGS said it really can't happen. I mean, it's possible. It depends on what the regulators think, and right now the regulators have been pretty open to acquisitions. But we'll find out.
Hey, Casey,
Do what?
our dressed and ready building is an ice cooler.
Oh, okay. An ice cooler. That's why the door was open.
They were getting ice. Not the kind that sends the folks back across our border.
So the largest. Oh, okay. They are now saying that the most likely candidate is actually Norfolk Southern. The largest previous merger is Canadian Pacific with Kansas City Southern. But they're saying, of course, it has regulatory hurdles and scrutiny from various stakeholders, blah, blah, blah. But the Union Pacific has created or has expressed interest in creating a transcontinental railroad. So we'll see. I mean,
what a competitive edge.
Yeah. I think Kid's right. If it's to keep ice, you need to close that door. It's a little warm outside.
Right.
So there's your conductor. You can tell because the conductor's wearing a suit and the engineer is in short sleeves. Because, yes, that would be the conductor's side, but I think for TVRM, that's probably the conductor, right? It's that time we hit a tree. You remember when we hit a tree that time with 630?
Oh, your memory's better than mine. I just remember the trip along the Ocoee, and we hit every tree there was.
That would be the same trip. So we were doing the Hiwassee excursion, one of the steam excursions that goes up, boards in Etowah, goes along the Hiwassee River, and ends up in Copper Hill, Ducktown kind of area. And we were riding along on the 630, and I think we were actually sitting in the Clover Colony for some reason. We were not sitting. We didn't have tickets. Oh, that was the one where they had the Canadian observation car, and it had gotten hot, so we went down and we're sitting in the Clover Colony. And then there was a massive tree down, and it was so big, it was like 3.5 feet across, and it had fallen across the tracks. And they got out their chainsaws, and they had 18-inch blades on the chainsaws, and the conductor got out in a suit, which is what made me think of it. And they're all trying to cut this thing up, and then they're spending, it's probably 45 minutes they've been trying to cut this tree up. And so they cut from one side, then they cut from the other, and they're still not through it, which is why it was over 3 feet wide, because they couldn't get to it, even trying to notch it that way. So eventually they thought, hey, we have a train. Let's back this thing up and hit it. So they did. They backed up the 630. They gave it a little bit of steam, going about 5 miles an hour, and they hit the tree. And spoiler alert, a 42-inch tree is stronger than a steam train because it stopped the cars completely. You could hear everything slamming together, including all of our soft bodies flumping forward in the seats, and it was jarring. We were way out of signal. I was sitting here reading the newspaper, and I dropped the newspaper. It was a heck of a hit. They'd already told us over the intercom to hold on, but I wasn't behaving. I wasn't holding on, and that tree did stop the train. So they eventually kept cutting, and finally shoved the tree with the train. But that thing, that tree was not interested in moving. Oh, got a video. That startled me. Hey, it's the Metra. That's Chicago. That's where Ray is from.
I thought Ray used to ride.
Yeah, Ray used to ride that. I've ridden one of those with Ray. Ray's parents live on the Blue Line, and I have ridden the Blue Line to go hang out in the city and go back to his parents' house. Those are the double-decker Metra cars. That's cool. Neat shot coming through town. One of the many, many bridges there. Speaking of mergers, it's Canadian Pacific. And I don't know why that one is gray.
Sure is a different look, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to look that up real quick. I don't know anything about Canadian Pacific. It looks a lot different.
Oh, Eugene.
Oh, it's a military unit.
Oh,
It's the Navy scheme, so it's a commemorative. It is the battleship color scheme. So this is what it looks like, apparently. This is from the Railroad
that's a
Picture
different
Archive.
look.
Yeah, so it's a military commemorative, and so it has the Navy, the Canadian Navy logo on the side, which appears to be a badger sitting on a maple leaf, but, you know, it's Canadian, so. But that makes sense with the ship font that's on the number board. That's cool.
so John, that would be the golden beaver, right?
Pretty sure you can't say that on YouTube. That's really neat. I'm going to mark that one down on my contender list. Mike, when you were in the studio last night, what did you do with that red and white pen that I gave you?
This is a trick question.
No, it's a genuine question because that's the one I was using to write down my picks.
Looking, see if it is there on the white table with all the notes. The 2-inch pile of notes.
Next to your microphone, I don't see it, so I'm gonna type them out. So we're good.
This is where you yell, Ray, I need a pen.
And Ray is not gonna walk past the camera. I assure you that. Ray is here. Ray is very close to the studio, and I told him to be handy in case Mike loses signal, needs to reconnect, etc. But he is not going to come in here and bring me a pen. I'll tell you that. Oh, we have a graffiti submission, and look who it is. It is Speedy Gonzalez. Hey, Speedy. Check it out, Mike.
Thanks to memory, and what a fantastically well done image.
Yeah, they got the facial expression is perfect.
Oh, is it ever?
He's the fastest mouse in all of Mexico. That's a really good graffiti.
Can you do one of his imitations? Do you remember them?
Yipa, yipa, andale, andale. No, I can't. I saw a lot of cartoons as a kid, Mike. Where was that? That was here. So now, there we are. Lost my place. It's a video. Turn it down just a bit. BNSF. A very freshly painted. Oh. It's a, well, it's not an executive. That's not a Grinstein. What the heck is that? Because Grinsteins are black and white. 1004. What is that? 1004. I don't even know what that is. Hold on. More Googling. You guys are bringing out some odd stuff this week. BNSF H1. It's a H1 paint. Yeah, it is a tracked unit on the Heritage units, and it is the H1 paint scheme.
And what was the locomotive 1004, Casey?
That's correct. So it's just an unusual paint. It's I don't know how many there are, but it is a tracked unit. It is a C44 9W. Look at the trucks on that thing. That's a weird design. Do you see that, Mike? It's like Art Deco. It's really strange.
It says it's a SSW paint, special interest, C and NW paint.
Huh. Well, it is special interest. I've never seen that. It looks like a Grinstein. But yeah, it's cool.
It's a GP60.
GP60. Okay, there we go. Oh, look, I can change the volume by rolling my mouse wheel. Didn't know that. That's nice.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it's a C44-9W. My bad. Sun was in my eyes.
That's okay. I'd already read it to them. The real rail fans out there knew. And this this is a cool gate. If you look at it, it has a little thing. Looks like an old mailbag catcher, but it's actually to hold the crossing arm when it gets up there, which is weird. But it also is one of those that has the little thing on top to keep birds from getting in. It's an interesting crossing gate. All right, another video. Ooh, that's quite a salute. Oh, got a double. Got the Western Maryland with 28. That's neat. Oh, that's a heck of a catch there. Hang on, we're going to watch that again, Mike. That's neat. Huh.
Coming out of the sunset.
Yeah, and a bunch of rail fans over here, so they definitely had plenty of early warning. I don't know where that is, but it's a flat place. All right, here's another one. Oh, there he is. This is a better shot of it. And it does look like a ship. I'll give him that. That's a beaver. It is a beaver. Boy, he is getting on the throttle there.
Look at that smoke.
I know. Right after the crossing, he gets on it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there he is. Giving it the beans. That's a good one. Here you go, kid. Got 20, what's 26, I think it is, and 142. Not many of them left. It's the low numbers. They did a mic zoom.
Careful.
Sorry. By the way, Mike, Ray found a package deal. They have that camera we were talking about with a physical zoomable lens. It'll go zoomed 45 times, which for comparison, our rail cam does like 25 times the bird cam. So it could zoom almost twice as far.
Texas from your house.
You could. You would actually be able to see Terra waving at you if it weren't for the curvature of the Earth problem. But yeah, they have that package. The number, the price of it is not insignificant, but the good news is it's only 4 digits. It is not 5 digits. So with a man of your means, it would be pocket change.
I'm torn whether I should be excited or concerned.
Yeah. Both. What price can you put on rail fanning, Mike? Spirit of
Back to that. Good way to look at it.
Spirit of our armed forces.
Can you believe they sent that to Texas?
Yeah, it was. Where did we see it last week? It was in.
A couple weeks ago, it was in Ringgold.
Oh, was
Next
it?
the
Oh,
morning
yeah.
We stayed up till 5:30.
That's right. I remember that. I had a dickens of a time getting a thumbnail because it was in the dark light. My favorite thing about this is they've curved the mullet. So I don't know why they did a much better job on the transition of the commemorative than they did on the heritage units. But this one, it actually looks intentional. They've married this yellow stripe in with the rest of it. And if you're going to do it, that looks good. But the heritages where they just stopped painting them at one point does look a bit weird. It's a nice looking unit. Oh, and I never noticed this, Mike. Did you notice the flag right here in the back of it?
No?
I'd never noticed that either. It's usually flying past because there's the PWMIA, which I have noticed. I never noticed the American flag up here.
The first and only time I ever saw it was 5:30 in the morning. It was dark, and he was going too fast.
Well, that is generally when we catch a camo unit. Makes it even more difficult. Let's see. All right, I think I can read all of these out loud. That looks almost like Lucas, but I think it's Love. It is. It's Love.
Be careful
Right.
what you read.
I'm pretty sure that says Love. Yeah, I think all those words, I don't think they're referencing any specific gang or anything. I do think this guy over here is really into Mopar performance cars, but there's some, the water detail on this one's pretty good. The shading. Yeah, I think it does say Love. I was hoping it said like peace, love, and happiness, but I guess if you're one that's going to spray paint a car in the middle of the night in a rail yard, you're probably not painting peace, love, and happiness. But he did get partway there. He got a third of the way there, right? Hey, Lucan.
It was a commemorative for Jesse's wedding.
Well, I don't know who Muggs is, but Muggs is going to burn.
Uh-oh, poor Muggs.
It's been a tough week to be Muggs. However, the M has eyes, it appears. So it's an anthropomorphic M with a bit of a fanciful mustache.
Oh, his eyes at the other end then, too.
And then burn. But I do like the 3-color transition. Especially like how I used the physical features of the rail car with the lines to determine where to change colors. See, that's art. And
You know, Casey, speaking of lines, I learned something very interesting this week about lines.
Okay.
Did you know, have you ever noticed on a school bus there are 3 black lines on the side of every school bus?
I can picture it in my head now that you say it, but no, I never thought about it.
There are 3 black lines, and one is the floor level, one is the seat level, and one is the seat back level. So if they had to, in case of emergency, cut into the bus, they know where the different pieces are inside.
That's cool.
I learned that today.
That's a good idea.
Speaking of lines.
And the trivia question about school buses I always ask is in the Schoolhouse Rock, I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. You know, what the bill that he's about is school buses must always stop at railroad crossings. That is the bill that they are discussing in I'm Just a Bill. Hey, we got a wave. That is a ways up. They're a good distance back from the track on a cliff.
But it's a big wave. I recognize that spot.
Where is that?
That's my rain-proof spot on the second level
The parking garage
of
at
the
Dalton.
parking deck.
So
And
this,
that probably says Manly Jailworks right across over there.
well, this is it. I don't think it's that building because Manly Jailworks has brick on the front of it.
Oh, then maybe it's not my spot.
Yeah, and but he's way up there. I mean, look at the distance, the height. You can see the top of the train. So he's at least, well, the train's what, 14 feet tall, something like that. So he's probably, I don't know, 25, 30 feet tall. That's way up there. He's a couple of stories up, at least 3 stories up. And the engineer is waving. So maybe he was live and the engineer knew. Who knows? Or that's the conductor side, but you know what I mean.
And you have a note there from Kid.
Oh, quotation marks around mugs. I prefer it being a mustache and eyes, but thank you. My reality construct doesn't need your accuracy. I disregard your truth and substitute my own. This is the OCS. I don't know where they caught it. Somewhere.
It's way up at one point. He had to stop, but Lucas, you'll have to refresh my memory where that stop was.
Yeah, that looks like it's the truck that has a 4501 on front, so I think it probably is somebody that's close to us. That's a different spot where he was parked. He got around. Here's some video. I think it's the same spot. Nope. Same train, different spot. Oh, wait. He was waving. He got a wave. Hold on. Right there. Got a wave. Hand out the window right at the last second. That's cool. I'm picking up steam. Very nice. Here's one more video.
That was in
What was that, Michael? What was that?
That picture was in Crudup, Alabama. Crudup.
Crudup, Alabama. Could be Crude Up. That's where you change crews. You get Crude Up in Alabama? No? Okay, I don't know. Here's a train. They said it is Crude Up. I think so. If Lucas knows. See, there's a crossing right there, but I guess it's a silent crossing because he doesn't see that. There's a stop sign right there, Mike. There's a stop sign in a gantry, unless that is just a crossing for the rail workers. He said they're going about 50 in the video, but watch him come across here. Nary a sound. So that's got to be, maybe that's just a service road for the gantry. I don't know, but there is. He didn't touch the horn. Interesting.
We don't see a W sign facing that way either from this side.
Oh yeah, the whistle. Hey, oh, it did catch on fire, didn't it? I forgot about that.
Oh, when is this?
Hang on. Yeah, CSX Perry Marquette, and I think I heard it caught on fire.
He was just through here.
Oh no. Okay, I misread that. It was the Perry Marquette Bridge caught fire some time ago. It was the Perry Marquette Railroad and the railroad depot on Water Street in Michigan, apparently. And, but the one I was thinking of was the bridge, Perry Marquette Bridge, caught fire. So I'm not sure why that one looks so forlorn. Something's happened to him. Oh, AGS says that's a private crossing. That's why it was, there was no horn. Mama Bear said he came through twice this week. I don't know what happened. That sure does look like fire damage. Mike, we'll have to get to the bottom of that. Then these, I was told to show you these last. So here you go, Mike. Very nice. And getting a wave. Very pretty. Then video. Oh. There's a mic in the picture.
That ain't value.
Who could it be, Mike? Who could have sent that?
I don't know.
Here's the other one with his hand out. Very nice. All right. Going to go back through our submissions, Mike. Ready for the speed round?
Okay, well, wait a minute. Let's reconfirm the 4 categories.
All right, and then I got to open a notepad so I can take notes. Hold on. I don't even know where I can put it. I don't have enough monitors. I need more monitors. I need 5. Okay. Categories. Favorite locomotive.
All right.
And then there's just the favorite catch. So it could be a really great photo, a couple of cool units together, that kind of thing. Just really a thing that hits you in the feels. Then the third one was supposed to be the best artistic one. So not necessarily of a locomotive, but of a spot or a crossing or a gate or something. And then when the category has enough submissions to do it, we are going to do favorite graffiti. And I think we do have enough. We have 3 graffiti submissions. So, starting out, Mike, here we go. Okay, speed round. Got it?
Got it.
Next. Next. Number 4, Penn Central. Number 5, Penn Central, probably somewhere very not close to the previous shot. Another Penn Central with an 8N in the background. Ford doesn't make tractors anymore, by the way. It's very sad. The kudzu, Penn Central having a snack under a bridge.
What number is that, Casey?
This one here is number 8. Penn Central having a snack under a bridge. I know what that is. Mike likes the lights. You're a sucker for lights. I know that.
I know, but look at that.
Oh, I know.
It grabs you.
No, it's cool. I can always predict what you're gonna see. All right, the
It's
tag.
like my driving.
I know. Your driving is predictable. You just know to hold on and you'll get there.
And what number is that one?
This is number 9. Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. Any Beatles fans? Yes, no? Okay. Wahatchee with Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete.
Number 11.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Sonic Bonnet.
Makes me want to have one of them foot-long American dogs.
That's right. Penn Central in a town somewhere. With a swanky, this would be a cool place to rail fan. Look at that. They've got a table and chairs up there. You know what, Mike? Sometimes they're pandering to you, but I don't even mind. That's a good one. The OCS. 4501 homage and the OCS, and it's got to be setting stop because the gate's up in this photo and this photo. So he must have found it. I say he. Could have also been Tara, but it doesn't look like there's not enough kudzu for it to be Tara.
What is that number?
That is 18. Gosh, that's a good moment there. That'd make a rail fan's week right there, wouldn't it? Old ex-Conrail SD40 in Atala. Being artistic with some construction beams and things. Actually, that might be rails? Yeah, that's a piece of rail in the foreground. It's just lying on its side. Okay. UP and the one it wants to eat. He's currently dressed and ready, but he's dressed and ready like a turkey on a table.
One cool picture when you put all that together.
Yep. The Southern with a properly dressed gentleman. The Matra. Metra, not Matra, Metra. That's a really cool composition, though. That's a strong argument. Okay. Next one. Oh, yeah.
That is a grabber.
It is. It's a weird thing. Number
There's
24.
my little hero.
Yeah, number 24.
Is that number 24?
That is number 24.
Run, Speedy, run.
He's running. You can see, here's a little Easter egg for you, Mike. You see the cheese right here? But then look. There's more cheese painted down the car. He's leaving a trail of cheese behind him.
Too cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's I just hope that...
Such detail.
Yeah, I just hope that the car was empty when he painted it. And if it was, I'm very happy. Well, that didn't startle me at all. Oh, yeah, the H1. That's cool.
Another first.
Yep. And I like that one because, remember, the Grinstein is the first one we ever caught in Real Moments Episode 1, Mike.
That was the day we looked at each other and said, what was that?
And that was the day we discovered the Heritage app. That was that one, I think. Let's just double check. Nope. Hold on. I'm out of my place here. Maybe it was this one? Nope. Hold on. I am totally out of whack. This one. This is the next one. Okay, here we go. This is the 26 or 28. I can't remember. 28. 28 with the Western Maryland.
What a horn salute.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out of the sun.
A great horn salute. Absolutely. Okay. And then here's the next one. Number 27. With the Navy Beaver. Number 28. And that one's moving too. It's cool to see two moving at the same time in the shot. At 142.
Look at all that intersection.
Yeah, I think that's for Kid there. I don't know where that it is, but that city is large. Okay, 29. Oh, yeah. This is the Spirit of Our Armed Forces. 1776. Oh, yeah, you did catch that. You got that on the... I actually just filmed, or did the thumbnail for that. That's one where you were with Warren.
Yes, that was our 3:40 a.m. arrive at the track day.
Yeah, I did the thumbnail for that, and I remember y'all discussing it because I had to watch the video to get that one. Here is Love. The graffiti Love. And that's Dalton. I know the fence. That's from the disc golf course of the Diamond. Right by the Crescent City. And this is Muggs and Burn. And yes, those may be quotation marks, but wouldn't it be much more fun if those were eyes and that's like a mustache like the Pringles dude? Mike's laughing at me, so yeah, I think he agrees. They finally got a wave. Way up wherever they are. That's high. All right. Stopped somewhere, probably? No, he's moving. Yep, he's moving. Oh, that's that private crossing. That's a still, because it's going to be... That's from a startup, obviously. You make a pretty good argument about the startup of the OCS. It's the only time I've seen that. This is the private crossing here. Virtually silent. It looks like if Graysville was longer and less hilly, it has that general look. And then
And there's more place to pull over there without rolling down the hill.
Perry Marquette looking like hell. And it looks, actually, that almost looks like graffiti right here. I don't know what happened. Something not good has happened to that one. We need to find out. Then that one, the video, which we saw from the other angle, and this one, which that one's got flags in the background. I just now caught that. So that must have been 4th of July week.
Now this is last week.
Okay, they just hadn't taken them down yet. Hanging with the patriotism. So that was 37, 38, and 39. All right,
Where's
Mike.
the one with B?
The one with you is the one I said the video I just played, because I just played it a minute ago. But here it is again.
Okay, that's the one with B?
Yep.
What number is that?
This would be, hold on.
There I am.
Yep. So that's 38. We're actually going to call it 38. I guess it's not technically cheating if you find out where Mike is and stand next to him and film. That's a lot of effort. He said the house in Trenton always has the flags. Okay, well, makes sense. It is Trenton after all. My very first 3 jobs were in Trenton. Okay. Favorite locomotive? Gosh, that's hard. There's some good stuff this week.
I got mine on that one.
What was that, Mike?
I have my choice on that one.
Okay. I'm not fully decided yet, and I think I'm going to decide something that you don't think I'm going to do. need to watch
Well,
a
I'm
couple.
thinking you're going silver, but we'll see.
I know that's what you would thought because it is really cool. Almost there. Okay, I've got my answers, Mike. All right, give me your numbers.
Favorite locomotive is picture 38 because I love the Southern. We've got a wave, and we got my favorite person in it, me.
I can't even argue with that logic. And the OCS does. I mean, that was a big deal. It's a double heritage OCS. So.
Oh, I got the OCS too. I got a little carried away with me.
Yeah.
Go with the OCS.
Yeah, that's true. All right. And then your favorite catch.
Favorite catch. So that'd be my favorite photo. Number 8. I love it coming out from underneath there, and it grabs you.
All right. Artistic one.
24. That's my main man on the side of that car.
That would be.
I love those cartoons.
I'm assuming you mean graffiti is 24.
Yes.
Okay. So
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Artistic.
Oh, let's pretend you asked me which one was my favorite graffiti then.
Yeah, I'll pretend that. Go ahead. So
Okay,
the other
you.
category.
Number 24.
Number 24 was your graffiti. What was your artistic one?
Oh, boy, am I in trouble there. It's 19 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to go with the moment of the capture of the wave at number 18.
Mm-hmm. That is a very solid
That
one.
That is like the take me home shot for a rail fan.
That is true. Absolutely is. Hard to
And to
argue with that one.
capture that, it's just like it's like kid finally finding the gold at the end of that rainbow, like we talked the other night.
That's true. It is the moment. I was teetering on that one, but I will give you what mine were. So first of all, here's Mike's. So Mike went with. Oh, not that one. Hold on. Wrong one. Hold on. And you retitled it. There we go. This one. Favorite locomotive. Obviously, it's going to be the Southern. Got the Southern waving and horn saluting with the Wabash and the OCS and a mic in the picture. It's hard to argue with that logic. All right. And then for mine, for that category, I went with this one. Because I've never seen the H1 before. And it reminds me of Real Moments episode number 1, the day that it all started with me and Mike.
It is a flashback, isn't it?
It is. It's like an orange executive Grinstein, so I'm here for it. So I like the H1. All right, favorite catch, Mike, you went with this one? No, I'm sorry. I went with this one.
I love that coming out of the sun.
And also, I mean, you got number 28 with the Western Maryland. That's a cool moment. One of the last times you'll see one of those with a heritage unit. And then yours was this one. Penn Central
That
having
picture
it.
just tears me up.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what's on the sign, or is it any bigger out of curiosity?
No, it just
Probably
says
no trespassing.
I don't think so. Well, maybe. It is an NG, and it says it's obviously corporation, so it's signed by somebody. So maybe say no trespassing, such and such corporation, but it doesn't. It's not readable for. This is what it looks like for me. Not any different than it does for you. It just says.
And you know what takes me home on that shot?
The
All the
salad.
green stuff on the front of it.
That's right. It's like broccolini.
That's it. The broccolini picture.
Stuck in his teeth. That's it. All right. And so that one was yours. Okay. So for artistic, Mike went with this one, which definitely got me in the feels, and it was hard for me to ignore. However, I love the composition of this one.
I do too.
So I chose
was
that
my-
one.
That was my first choice and I stuck with it. But that wave just
I know.
just tugs at my heart.
The wave was a better railfan moment for sure. But this one, to me, the composition of the X and the curve and the everything, it just comes together and I love it. So that's mine. And
A
then
good choice, Casey.
both of us, naturally, we disregarded Love and we chose Speedy Gonzalez with his cheese. Love was a strong contender, but Speedy Gonzalez won in the end. So
Just think, with the person that was painting that at whatever time of the day or night, thinking about the cheese back there like that.
I know. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. There's actually, I suspect these little circles are connected to it too, because you can see that he's got the circles here, like little dust particles flying up. He's got them back here too, so he's left a trail behind it. And yet, he didn't paint over this other dude's graffiti, because you would say, well, maybe this guy painted over him. No, because Speedy is painted right over the edge of it, but instead of painting over this other dude's graffiti word, he waited till the end and painted it back there. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Honor among artists.
That's right. There is honor somewhere. So, Mike, thanks for joining us from the road. We have our breakdowns. I will drop those into a short this evening after I feed the wife. And you need to feed your wife, too. I have it on good authority that wives like to be fed.
I
And
try to talk mine into Cracker Barrel.
yeah, that's a good road food. And we will release that short tomorrow at 5 p.m. Oh, Tara says, I guess that was Tara's photo, number 8. It says, Norfolk Southern, no trespassing. By the way, I did have a question because I forgot. I literally did not have your names on that file. So let me change the file real quick. One of them. And I'm not intending to share, so don't worry. I'm trying to find in this week's episode folder. I have all of the named people, and one of them I did not recognize the name, and it said... It's in here somewhere. MDP 2012. Oh, that's Speedy Gonzalez. Speedy Gonzalez is MDP 2012. I do not know who that is. Tony says, andale,
Dirk, are
andale.
you on? Ask if Dirk is on.
Dirk, are you on here? No, I know Dirk's alternate username. It's something about American Explorer or something like that. I would recognize Dirk's alternate. That's not it. I'm not sure who that is. So if you don't mind emailing me, and if you watch this later tonight, please email me fromrailmoments@gmail.com and let me know who you are. Otherwise, you're getting credited as MDP in 2012. The rest of you, I have your names, and I recognize them all, but that one I did not. Oh, Miranda Adkins sent in 3. She's actually the one who sent in the Perry Marquette and the Wave. So we got a new submission this week, Miranda Adkins. So we got, from this week, we got Lucas Burkett, Andy Parker, Tara, AGS, and Brian Long, Miranda Adkins, and I think there was one more. But anyway, yeah, we had a lot of good stuff here. Oh, Dirk says he's here. He's just late to the party. Dirk, I'm assuming you don't know who this is because I think I know all of your usernames. But yep, okay, he says it's not him. So not him, Mike. Oh, Mama Bear says that's me. Mama Bear is MDP 2012. Well, you have about 30 seconds to tell me how you want to be credited in the video. So if you don't make it before we sign off, feel free to email me or message Mike or whatever. Send a carrier pigeon, do something, and we'll credit you on the video with that excellent catch. And, oh, Miranda Adkins. Miranda Adkins is Mama Bear. Okay, well, that's cool. Good to know. We're slowly making all the connections. People in real life and in YouTube land. All right, so thank you, everybody, for joining us. Mike is going to...
Casey,
Yes, sir.
before you go,
Uh-huh.
thank you for making this possible to do this from the car. I've never had so much fun.
Well, good.
This is awesome.
You're welcome. I'm glad that I could do it, and I'm glad it was finally making sense after an hour and 15 minutes. So thank you to Ray. And yes, Mama Bear, I caught that. Miranda Atkins is Mama Bear, not the MDP. I got that. But thanks to Ray for helping us navigate all the complexities of it. And there were many. There were a great many. But we got it to work, and the computer hung on. And this guy, he's not our newest editing computer, but it turns out I told you we have a new one. The new one doesn't work with the dock that we use in this. This is a Thunderbolt dock, and the new one just doesn't support it. So even though we have a better computer than I use for editing, this guy's going to continue living on for a while. He's no slouch. He's got 6 gigs of video card, 32 gigs of RAM, multiple terabyte solid states, etc. But the new one's even better, and he just can't hang with this setup. So for a while, this is what we're using. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the broadcast. He hung in there, and I'm proud of him for it. Mike, I'm guessing very soon we will see you.
Crossing.
At the next crossing.
Or Cracker Barrel, whichever comes first.
Probably Cracker Barrel, then the next crossing. You got priorities, Mike.
Yep.
Thanks. So I'm Casey.
Thanks, everybody.
That one's Mike. We'll see you next week.